Ricky Thornton Jr. was not happy with the way Devin Moran raced him during the most recent Castrol FloRacing Night in America. In fact, he promised Moran payback and that he would race him similar to the way that Moran raced him. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. I wrote this up over at stockcarreport.com. And in case you missed it, Ricky Thornton Jr. and Devin Moran were battling each other for the 5th position during the Castrol FloRacing Night in America at Brownstown. And Thornton actually went up over the cushion that slowed him down significantly, allowed Moran to close in, get side by side with him going down the backstretch, was able to dive down, pull a slider going into turn 3 and 4. Thornton then kind of pulls the crossover down the front stretch, then kind of drives through the middle of turns 1 and 2. And then as they're exiting 2, Moran was kind of at the lower end of Ricky's line, or at the higher end of Ricky's line, and kind of clips him in the rear and sends him spinning. And Thornton did not take too kindly to that. Let's actually take a look at this right here.
Especially over the course of 100 laps tonight, we're seeing it change a lot over the course of 50.
Well, Tanner English closing in on Jonathan.
There you go right there. You see Thornton got up over the cushion right there. Moran's able to take advantage of it, slides him coming through turn 4. Thornton tries the crossover going down the front stretch. He dives down, kind of runs the bottom, drifts up a little bit there on the exit. Moran is there and spins him around. And Ricky did not like that whatsoever. We have another video here, courtesy of Racing Jason. Let's take a look at this.
Thornton thought he had him cleared, and it was hard to tell if he didn't have him cleared or not, but oh my. Extracurricular activity on the back straightaway, and that tells you.
So you see right there, Thornton decided to give Moran a little bit of a dirt spray there after blocking him coming out of turn 2 as he was getting his car turned around, spraying with some dirt and confetti. Not too happy about that. And then in the response, we had this user here, Dirt Car Reporter 1, saying RTJ crying like always. Ricky Thornton thinks he gets the whole track and can throw crap sliders, and everyone bows down to him. Attaboy, Devin. And Ricky responded saying, didn't even slide him, was literally in the middle of the track. It's all fair game, though. Turned before he slid me, and I lifted, drove under him. Could have easily wrecked him. He's talking about the turn before. The turn before he slid me, and I lifted, drove under him. Could have easily wrecked him. Next time, that's what'll happen, though. So Ricky Thornton Jr. obviously promising payback right there. And as far as my opinion on this, I think it was a racing deal. I think they were both racing really hard. They're racing for that 5th position. Obviously, Ricky is in a heated points battle with Bobby Pierce. Bobby Pierce was there in 4th, just ahead of him. And I think there was like a 3-point gap between the two heading into the race. Not sure what it is now. I have to go and check on that. But obviously, I think they're still a little bit close. But I think Pierce was able to extend that lead a little bit. So obviously, not too happy that he had to go to the rear of the field, given the fact that the caution came out for him spinning around. So I get the frustration there. But again, I think it was really just a racing deal. Thornton did slide up a little. He didn't go all the way to the top. He didn't actually slide him, but he did slide up enough into where kind of Moran's lane was, because Moran didn't go all the way to the top either. I think he was running a little bit of a groove down from the top there. So I just think really it was a racing deal, and tempers flare when racing deals happen sometimes. But I do find this promise of payback really interesting, because these two are in a championship battle. They are in the Final Four for the Big Steel River chase for the championship for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And obviously that chase seemingly could be shortened, or it is shortened, because we do know that they canceled the race at Atomic, which was a points paying race, and they postponed the 2 races at Brownstown for the, I think it was CJ Rayburn and the Jackson 100. So those were postponed. We'll see if they actually do indeed make them up, but there's not that many points races anymore. We have the 2 races here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway for the 36th annual Pittsburgher that kicks off on Friday night, October 4th, and then the A-Main on Saturday, $50,000 to win. And then they go for 3 nights to East Bay, but only the grand finale at East Bay is the points-paying race for a $50,000 to win there. And then you have the conclusion of the series at Eldora for the Dirt Track championship. And obviously the preliminary night does not count towards the points, and only that championship night on October 19th counts. So by my count, there are only 4 potential points paying races left, given the fact that we do know that Atomic has been canceled. They will not be remaking that. And then depending on whether or not they actually do make up these races at Brownstown, we could have 4 or 6 races. So it all depends on whether or not they make up those races at Brownstown, and whether or not, depending on if they do make up those races at Brownstown, whether or not those actually factor into the championship, or if they will crown the champion at Eldora, if they'll make up those races after Eldora. Not really sure. Haven't seen any updates from Lucas Oil on that front. So we do know that we now have a truncated schedule for the championship here. And so if Ricky Thornton Jr. and Devin Moran are going to be going at it during the championship, I think that does indeed open the window for Jonathan Davenport and Tim McCready, who might just be trying to get out there and win races and win that championship rather than trying to kind of settle any grudges. But I think Ricky Thornton Jr. knows what he's in here. I think that cooler heads will prevail, and he will be racing to win that championship as well. But we'll see if he gets Moran back or not. Something we'd definitely be paying close attention to if that is something that does indeed kind of heat up during this championship hunt here. But let me know what you guys make of what Ricky Thornton Jr. had to say here. What do you make of what happened on the track there at Brownstown for the Castrol FloRacing Night in America? Let me know in the comments below.